What's good? What's going on? What's really going on? I ain't outside clowning at night. We inside. And I'm actually taking making my first foray, my first venture into Forex futures, man. The British pound, US dollar. I'm looking at the Fibonacci. So I definitely love America. I'm American, so I have to love America. I'm an indigenous Native American, so I really love America. But let's look at some stats when this comes to this. So, first of all, when you think about foreign exchange, Forex, money, trading dollars, buying and selling currency. I've always heard that it was a lot of money. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. I always heard it was a lot of money in the Forex. And like I said, I'm not new to trading. I have traded and invested in stocks before. I just never stayed with it. But I have built significant portfolios that, caught people's attention as a small retail investor. And I was approached about Forex initially back in 2004. And the first time I was approached about Forex, it was about getting into the euro. The euro hadn't even been released yet. The European Union was deciding to come up with this new currency called the euro. At the time in 2004, every $1,000 of American money would get you like $100,000 worth of euro. You can Google this. So the broker, the foreign exchange broker that was good, he somehow was investigating how I was trading stocks. They liked what I was doing. But it was like a $10,000 minimum to get into the Forex back then. Well, I only had 5,000 that I could play with, and he was gonna let me in. So 5,000 at the time would have got like 500,000 euros, 100,000 euros per thousand American dollars pre-release '04, something like that. So fast forward '05, '06, the euro was worth more than the dollar, like almost double or triple. And so that $5,000 American that would have got you like a $500,000 worth of euros in 2004 would have been worth like $1.5 million in 2006 if you held it like crazy on a foreign exchange. But I've been hearing how foreign exchange brokers can manipulate the spreads, and so they were just saying that you can trade Forex futures without having to worry about the spread being manipulated. And the fact that I wanted to learn how to trade futures anyway, and you could get into the micro mini futures and start with a small amount of money, which is that's always a draw. It's because you may lose money trying to learn how to trade a new financial instrument, a new financial tool, and to utilize it to generate income. You may lose money in the beginning, like with all investments that incur risk. the natural risk that come with investing. But at any rate, I took my first two futures contracts on the Great British Pound, the sterling, against the US dollar. And I did that because I feel like that. So I study. If I'm going to jump into something, even if I'm going to jump in it, I do a quick research and a study. And so, my just off the top research, just jumping right into this, I know that up until 1940, the mid 1940s, the Great British Pound, the British sterling, the Great British Pound was the world's reserve currency. It was the currency that the world was judged against. It was the number one world currency, the Great British Pound, the sterling, at which in the 40s the American dollar superseded the British pound. Um, Great Britain is the sixth largest economy in the world. It's the sixth largest economy in the world. Um, Today, it is the third largest held reserve currency. So I don't know what's after the US dollar, but the US dollar would be the most held reserve currency, and the British pound would be the second largest held reserve currency. And I'm going to assume that no, that's the third largest held reserve currency, and I'm assuming that the second is going to be the euro. So I'm gonna say the U.S. dollar, the euro, and the Great British Pound. I'm assuming is the top three reserve currencies. Uh, it is the fourth largest traded currency pair. The British Pound, U.S. dollar, Great British Pound, U.S. dollar is the fourth largest traded currency pair. So with the sixth largest economy in the world, what's up? Alfonso Flores. Amigo, hola. Buenas noches. ¿Qué pasa contigo, hermano? ¿Qué pasa contigo ahora? Like and subscribe, bro. Talking about these futures contract, the British pound and the US dollar on the future side. I took a couple contracts on the assumption that the pound is going to increase in value against the dollar based on the fact that right now the US dollar is weak, man. The US dollar is just weak. It is. And so that's where I'm at. This is gonna be my currency pair that I'm gonna start out with. I'm gonna track and I'm gonna follow for a minute. And this is my foray into futures trading and forex futures. What's up, bro? You got a question? ¿Qué es, qué es su pregunta, hermano? ¿Tú tienes una pregunta? Hmm. Damn, we finally got some type of so we got a consolidation going on, and that's like a doji. I I I I feel like that we are the British pound. I feel like that the British pound is headed higher. I feel like the British pound is headed higher. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It won't be the first, and it won't be the last time. Um, but I read Fibonacci pretty good, and from my studies and my intricate studies of the Fibonacci and the patterns, it's just that um, they can be applied across the disciplines of various financial uh, investment utensil technical analysis as per chart reading. What up, Con? What's happening, Con? Shit, if peanut butter is money, that's how you talk about how I get to that cream. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes, bro, you got to take an unrealized loss. Sometimes you got to take an unrealized loss to get to a larger gain. It's only a loss on paper. It's not a real loss until you sell something and make it a reality. You know what I mean? So I could be down $10,000 on paper, and I ain't finna panic. When you came from a place where $1,000 was all you had, and you could take a $10,000 loss, bro, and still be alive to fight for another day. You don't want to do that. You never know what's gonna happen in the market. To be able to play the game on different levels, on different angles, to be able to be invested, to be able to accumulate enough resources to be able to say I'm invested in stocks, I'm invested in crypto. Now I'm about to try my hand with futures and see how I do. I'll start small and play and see how I do. I'll pick a currency pair. If I can't understand that currency pair, I'll try another currency pair, but I'm not going to give up. If I wanted to trade Forex and I see people making money in Forex and I see people making money in futures, why don't I try Forex futures? Maybe I can experience the best of both worlds, you know? But at the end of the day, but I also own my music, bro. I own the publishing. I'm not I have my own record label, so I earn money and income from our music. That's why I be telling people to download our albums on all music streaming platforms, bro. To add us on your Apple Music, on your Spotify, on your Amazon, on your Tidal, and to actually go check out the records and listen to the records because we get paid for that, bro. Like, I really have records out. I'm really a record producer. We really put out good music. I feel like that we put out good music, and I feel like that the artists that I put out have something to say. So I really would appreciate if you guys would also take the time to go listen to the records on Apple, on Spotify, on YouTube, Santorio Hector. Check out the records. We got a nice album catalog. Check out the records. Check out the different albums. This album, this easy going, this is for everybody. This is an album that everybody can listen to. Older people, younger people with messages on it. This is for the ladies and the homeboys. I got the gang featured on this project. It's me and the gang. We got a couple projects. That's my mother and my Irish Italian father who raised me, who I'm always talking about. That's me and my father when I was young. That's me when I was young at the homie's wedding. I told y'all when I was young, before the Cleveland Mafia was disbanded and broken apart, I was a young mafia associate. I'm 54. I was born in 1970. In my 20s, I was a mafia associate. That's me at like 23. That's me at like 23. That's me like at 6, 3. I'm about 3. Matter of fact, I'm like 3. Martina a baby, so I was 3. 3 years old on this picture. My mother and my father. My father was in the mafia. Rest in peace. It's my father right there. That's my Uncle Robert. Rest in peace. There's at a wedding. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, hey. It's been a wild ride. Life. Lost a lot of loved ones, lost a lot of homies in the gang. You know what I mean? In the streets, in the street life. I died. God brought me back. So the opportunity to have an opportunity to change and to pursue something positive. Go check out the albums on all music platforms. My trainer, my mentor, T. Rogers. Go check out the albums. Go check out the records. Check out the records. Check out the records. You feel me?
Prematurely until this.
You know you don't have to come all the way to the pharmacy to get your scripts, right? There's a more private option.
Over everything. Real is rare. Yeah, this sweet energy. Ellie, what up? Fuck. Walking on my body shit, pull up in my body cool. When you in the streets, gotta stay there, that's what I'm telling you. Listen to your OG, now you found the police. Just because he blood, that don't mean he be your homie. Shit is street life. I'm so tired of street life. I'm so tired of street life. Tired of street life. Tired of streets in street life. I'm so tired of street life. I really get it. Mama sent me if I make it.
10. 7 boys and 3 girls. And then more than 10 if you count my stepchildren. Even though I'm not with my ex-wives, you know, I still have a relationship with my stepchildren. You know what I'm talking about? If they need me, I'm going to be there for them. So I have seven boys. I had 3 girls. And then like I say, you know what I mean. I have my stepsons and stepdaughters. You feel me? So yeah. I was in the streets, bro. I keep telling everybody I was a gang member. I was a gang member, and then I was in I was in the streets moving around, hustling. You know what I mean, selling drugs and shit. Well, I used to go on the road with the pack, bro. We ain't just you know what I mean. I'm in and out of state with the pack. Go listen to the album on all music platforms. What's up, bro? Yeah, I did a lot of hustling. That's what I'm telling you. I'm doing a lot of humping. Remember to go check out the albums on all music platforms. Go check out this track. Hustle on Mars album. Listen. Try to have a family, have some wife, and have some kids. Nigga gon' fucking dial on and some shit. I don't know what the fuck these females want, bro. A nigga come with something to the table. I don't know why a female would feel like she don't supposed to bring shit to the table, bro. If you want to take out my pot and my shit already all established, you gotta come with something to the table. You just want to come and just draw out the pot of some shit already established and you ain't gonna fucking add to it? Yeah, how you ain't gonna add to the pot?
It's all bad, but Lord, I got my peace right, so I'm just focused on the bag. I'm so tired of the street life.
We put out good music. We own our music.
Choice for future
we sell our soul.
Industry leading broker.
We gonna go get the fucking money. We gotta get that bag. Gotta get that bag. Go check out the Hustle on Mars album. Shout out my GD, homie Chris G on Bloods. Yeah.
I'm flyer than the bird in the bird. Saying no better words than a nerd can. I'm on the curb with some words. Smoking on blunts of coke from the herb. Police heard that I served. So they hit the dirt in them blurred vans. And when they swerve, niggas running they heard. Hoping they didn't observe them. All skirted and averted the law. I am purple that we purchased in jars. I am money, put it up in the stack. Then we ain't got sparkles every third bar. Niggas hating cause they know I'm a star. I'm right at the sun and I'm burning the tar, man. I run the game on your chicken. She letting me hit the kitten cause she know what I'm saying. I keep it pimpin' when I run to my leg. Never slippin' when I'm doing my thing. And I ain't trippin', I'm just trying to get rich in this bitch. And niggas know that Christian name. I be making the play. Fuck these seconds. So that nigga run up, get in here with that thing. So get in your brain that I ain't playing. I do this for money, I don't do that outside. I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. Yeah, I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. That money. I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. Yeah, I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag. I'm rolling through the hood in the gangster lane. It's on some tank, on some gangster shit. I got a girl that'll give me brain while I ride. That's on gangster bitch. Something that is night, cause I'm the pimp. And I scream and enjoy real life. This shit follow me wherever I do. They got no problem trying to get me rich. You know, I'm all about my dough. When I hustle, do my shit on my hoe. Old money is some show money. So no money me, she got to buy life. I'm a pro, staying true to this game. Rain, sleet, snow. And I keep a level head while I'm shaking the feds. I can feel sweet blows. They call me crap flows. My dollars walk. And God I trust. And I'm certified. Got a bank to verify. All the ring guys I touch. Got a conversation for the customers. Dropping the bucks in. My bucket hit and listen. My cutlass stacking money. So I'm like, fuck it. I stay hustling like I got a PhD. Yeah, and that's my pimp hustling degree. And make it easy for me to slang that smoke weed and hit hoes constantly. I got to be on my toes in this game. Stand away from fake hoes and lanes. Keep a brain focused on making that change. Stay in the lane and keep making that plays. I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. Yeah, I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. So yeah, I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. Yeah.
That's cause I'm right in the studio room where the speakers at. Now look, all the way out in the living room is still clear.
Yo, baby mama rockin' my cloud. I'm that same nigga from the block. Taking plays till I get a 9. Till I get paid, shit ain't gon' stop. Bullet is weed, pills, race rock. I'm from the front till I stack chills. Work my hand like it's magic. I'm a full of life like a Jackson. My jacket, I got what you need if you're asking. Take some money like on the side, bitch, because being broke is so tragic.
I won't stop until I get a bag, bitch. Gotta get that bag, bitch. Gotta get that bag, bitch. Yeah. They wanna talk, we ain't talking about on no killer. None of that. We're trying to get some money.
Hey everyone, in this
Gave all I had, and it still ended bad. Go check out Good Intentions from my young artist, Young Lee. Go listen to this. He said he gave all he had. It still ended bad. He gave all he had. She still treated him bad. She still did him bad. Yeah. I'm in the other room so you can hear it different. I'm gonna record a song tonight.
was just wondering why you keep playing, why you keep playing, why you wanna fuck with who you fuck with, people around, why I sleep with her. I was trying to show you, I was trying to show you, baby, you're forever. That's what you wanted, just
And they want it, Shout out Rihanna. Shout out Rihanna. You know what I'm talking about? For the Savage Fifth. Savage Fifth I had a VIP membership with the Savage 50 for the men's casual line and nightwear and underwear and shit, but them tariffs, that shit, her shit gets manufactured in China, them tariffs, it don't even like I got a VIP membership.
Just be living, we learn.
This what I love. That's what I love. That's what I love. That's what I love. That's what I love. Hustling, get this paper out the mud. That's what I love. That's what I love. That's what I love. Get that paper. Yeah. That's what I love. That's what I love. Hustling, get this paper out the mud. That's what I love. That's what I love. Yeah. Siggy bumped down from Inglewood, made it snow fall in Bleeland. What's the reason? That's what I love. All we do is run it up. It's out the mud. It got them commas on a plus. 9300 block KPT. It's like the wire in the low rises and the low bottoms. We got them. A1 dope. Got it for your ass, yeah. Got it for your ass, yeah. That's what I love. 9300. That's what I love. Got it out the mud. We just run it up. That's what I love. Out the mud on a daily, yeah. Middle finger to the fucking haters, yeah. Whatever you call it. That's what I love. That's what I love. Hustling, get this paper out the mud. We run it up, yeah. I broke the mold. Out the mud. Out the mud. I'ma do it forever. Take numbers and names. Nigga, Guapo, nigga, El Chapo, nigga, the boss, all bosses there. Niggas try to copy, but they couldn't copy. Niggas try to stop me, but they never could stop me. That's what I love. That's what I love. What I love. Go download the albums on all music platforms. We've been making records for a long time. We do what we want to do on the music. We don't want nobody telling us what type of music we can't. We don't want to make murder music and music. We talk about getting money. We talk about the shit we really live.
Oil and gas
Get money.
operator in the Williston Basin.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
producing regions.
because that's all we can
Now,
do.
right along.
Can't fake it till you make it. We can't represent something that we wasn't or something that we not. All we could just do is keep it 100. We've been making music for a long time. I've been putting records out and paying for records out my own pocket.
Hey everyone, in this guide we're introducing our new AI indicator which we developed in partnership with OpenAI. This is the first training indicator of its kind using artificial intelligence to analyze multiple market factors, save you countless hours of market research.
For a long time though, for real though. And you know, we got ownership. So that's the best thing. That's what, you know, Nip was talking about, that ownership. You know what I'm saying? Having that. You know what I'm saying? And then just growing growing your listener base from just being genuinely interacting with the people. You feel me? So what y'all think, man? This is my first time. I never traded futures. I never traded futures before today, but if you can't, that's like if when you got your first pack. I always relate everything to the dope game, because I be like, so imagine you took your first $100 and you went and bought your, I don't even know what the fuck you can get for $100 right now. Shit, what you gonna get for $100? A fucking gram or some shit? But say, okay, so say you did. Say you went and got you a gram of some powder. And you ain't cut it with none of that shit that could kill somebody. You cut it with some shit that's gonna make them live. They gonna still get high, but they gonna wanna come and get some more. So say you cut it with some type of energy shit. Say you cut the fucking shit with some creatine, lightly. Some good ass blow that is unadulterated pure cocaine with some creatine. Creatine, which, you know what I'm saying, helps build strength in athletes. You know what I'm talking about? So it goes right in scientific harmony with the upper effect of what somebody is seeking that would be fucking using cocaine anyway. Excuse me for relating it to this way, but so just say that, right? And so now that you're increasing it, you doubling up. You doubling up on what you would have normally make, because you done cut it, so you stretched it, so you selling more. And it's still good if it was in this yeah, you ain't cutting it with nothing that could kill them. The high gonna go down, the high gonna wear down faster because it's cut. They're gonna have to come back, so they're gonna want it to go high, go back up. So you don't kill a motherfucker, make the shit too strong, so a motherfucker die, goofies. Make it weaker. That's fucking, fuck. Unbelievable. That's why I don't want to, I have to escape that world. I have to see like the real fast, this is the real fast money if you do it right, but people be greedy, blowing up their accounts and all different type of madness, or over strategizing, and you know, and then you just never know what the market's really gonna do. I'm like a Tory. So in my ancestors is indigenous to this country before everybody came. My great grandfather was English and Iroquoian, and you know, I got, you know, it's just when I really don't be bragging with it when I say I have noble blood in my veins, though I be dead serious, and I know who I am. So it's like the things that I strive for and that I find myself aspiring to. It's just only in my bloodline to aspire after these elite things, because it's part of who I am. It's from my genealogical, from the lineage that I'm descended from. You know, when you aspire to do the right thing and to live right and treat people how you yourself would want to be treated, you know what I mean, and respect the laws of God. You respect the laws of God, you're going to follow the laws of man. If it is laws of man, man not supposed was not created to rule over mankind, though. You know what I mean? Stuck. It's, you know why it's stuck? Because the British and the American economy, because the British Empire, there's the rebellious America was birthed out the rebellion against the British Empire. But the British Empire still has friends, because the British Empire didn't turn everybody off against them, because the British Empire gave countries that gave shit back. Shit that they took, that they understand, like, yo, we took this shit, we just gotta give some shit back, gotta make some concessions. America ain't even did that with our peoples, the Native American people. They still trying to force all the Virginia Indians, gave certain Virginia tribes federal recognition without no money, but they gave the Western tribes money. How you don't get none of the Virginia tribes money? And we had the original treaties with Great Britain. Any treaties that we have with Great Britain, and Great Britain owe us money for allowing their subjects to rebel and take and rebel against them, and then after that be even able to obtain enough power to have enough power to rebel against the crown and then turn on us. We had agreements with Great Britain and fought with Great Britain to try to suppress the colonists. Yes, the Native American tribes of the Virginians and the fucking Ohio Western frontier did. Some of them fought with the French, but most of the Iroquois and the Tuscarora and the Cherokees and they fought with the British. Stop fucking around. So the British owe us. And then we mix with their fucking cousins and the king's relatives and shit with the Virginia Indians. They know what the fuck that is. That's the first fucking colony. It's whole different bloodlines through there. They don't even want. That's why Virginia is left the fuck alone. A lot of because it's a whole nother story. It's those is the kings. We are the king's relatives and the noble Irish and the noble Scottish and the noble fucking motherfuckers from the British Empire and the Spanish Empire and all that, because Spain owned Florida and all the fucking original 13 colonies. The fucking indigenous peoples of the original 13 colonies is mixed up with the royal families of the Europeans. Stop fucking around. Don't explain your fucking history. Cause I fucking know mine. American history, world history, shit. That's why I'm invested in the world market. So the hell, you know what I'm talking about? Build a real empire. You dig? Feel me? Let's build a fucking real empire. The citizens got money. Stack that paper for show. You heard me? You better, you know what I'm saying? And put that paper where it could get you some more. Invest, bruh. Invest. You gotta get invested. I'm trying to follow. I never traded futures before. So the futures market, this shit is crazy, right? So the futures start trading. If I'm trading the British pound, so you got to think I'm trading on Great Britain's time. So the futures market is open from 5 p.m. Not actually, it go on a break. It closed for an hour, bro. Then the new market open at 6 p.m. our time. It opened at 5 p.m. Mountain Central Time. Like, I don't know if that's Chicago, what the fuck is Mountain Central Time, but it turned out to be 6 p.m. our time. Probably Chicago and them an hour behind us or some shit, Mountain Central Time. So the Forex the Forex futures open up at 6 o'clock. So think, how the fuck I'm gonna do this? I don't know. I gotta figure it out. What's the hours that I'm gonna trade futures? Because the futures market open up at 6 in the evening our time and trade to 5 p.m. tomorrow our time. I guess that's when it get late. So at 6 p.m. it must be when the market open in London. And then by tomorrow, 5 o'clock, I don't know if that's a day or all day trading, because the Forex trade all day. And then, but it's crazy because all while the market is open tonight. And when I open up in the morning to trade the regular stock market that opens up from 9:30 to 4, the fucking Forex still gonna be trading. You know what I mean? It's wild. So moving in and out of positions on the Forex futures is gonna be ill. Now I get to see how futures flow and how Forex futures, how the dollars, how the future, how the dollar futures, how the money futures, the Forex futures fluctuate against the fluctuations of the ups and downs in the equities market. This is what this being invested in Forex futures will allow me to do. So it's a reason for everything. If that's another hedge with the VIX, you feel me? And understand this. When the American dollar loses value, the first currencies that's gonna go up in value is the next top reserve currencies, which is the British pound. And if let's go look it up, guys. It's no need to guess. This is what we could do with my channel. We could utilize Google, which is my favorite search engine. That's why they never go into work, because I'm a genius and pick geniuses like Google. Let's go look up. Um, what is it that we was talking about with the Forex? Futures. Okay. So we want to look up. It's gonna come to me. Let me look at this chart, and then look at this chart again. I want to look up Forex futures. Right here, we know Mountain Central Time. That ain't what I want to look up. Look at this engulfing. Is that symbolic? It's like a down. That's symbolic of a down. But it's inside, though. And it don't consume the whole candle, though. So it's not an engulfing. It's a harami. It's just a smaller one. Who remember who the correlation? But it was something that specifically that I wanted to look at. Let's go look. Let's go back some more. Oh yeah. Let's go to a. Let's go to a 1 month chart. Is this a 1 month chart? So in October. Hey, that shit was way up here in October. Bro, look what the price was October. What it is, man. Damn, that's a lot of money if you ride that bitch up, if you call that bitch up to there. That's where it's going back to. Look. Higher highs and higher lows. It's making higher highs and higher lows since from coming down. It's on its way back. The British, if the American dollar keep going, the British pound is going back up. And goddamn, when they get back up there, shit. Yeah, damn. I want to be in that call. That's about another. Let's see what that shit was at October the 25th. It's November. It's about to be head credit toward. It's November the 13th. November the 13th. Thursday, November the 13th. So November the 25th is coming up. And the US dollar is struggling. That's what we was just looking at. Come on. This is what we was talking about, y'all. See? I said the US dollar was struggling key words. This is what we want to know. What are we trading here? The top 4 world reserve currencies. Oh, shit. Things have changed. Oh, what? Damn. What other country did I say? Because I didn't say that. I said the euro. I said the US dollar. I said the British pound. I know I ain't say the yen. Oh, top. Damn, these is the top 4 world reserve currencies. And so when America slips, that means that the euro, the British pound, and the yen move up in value. You see the top 4 world reserve currencies. So our currency is the top world reserve currency, followed by the euro, followed by the Japanese yen. So you know what that means? That the British pound has become cheaper than the Japanese yens by more British pounds. Oh, fuck! Oh! Oh, shit. Fucking interesting. Damn. This is an interesting look on things. And I don't think if you realize, like, so let's go on a different journey, those that, this is what I say. So this is why I learned from Wall Street Trapper. And I could also learn from the brothers from Earn Your Leisure. And I could also learn. See, that's why I don't like smoking blunts. You see how that shit take the color out your lip? People be thinking somebody be smoking on a crack pipe or something. You know. That blunt shit take the color out my lip. Then I be trying to smoke the cones with the filters and shit. So my lips could get the full color. That's why I ain't been smoking none of them leaves. Something about my skin sensitive when with the THC from the tobacco. That's why I keep my Carmex, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep me a Carmex and whatnot. I can't be smoking them blunts and them leaves. Is it because the THC, the chemicals from the weed and whatever's in the shit take it, just put discoloration in my lip. Good shit. Might be having full color in my lip then when I try to smoke blunts and fucking leaves and shit. So the top 4 world currencies is the US dollar, the freaking euro, the Japanese yen, and the British pound, the sterling. Interesting. Now, if you know the top 4 reserve currencies, you know the world's top 4 currencies. China is battling to get in those top 4. So China, I'm sure. Now I want to see the top 10. This is AI data. This is why I love Google. Meta, Google is that. Then it's going to tell you the top 10 most traded currencies in the world. I told you. Top 10. Let's go to that list. This is what I love about Google. It's going to give you other breakdown. Google going to tell you what your next breakdown is. Going to know what your next question going to be. What's the next top 10? You see how Google had it right off the top. Give me the last 5. I got the top 5. Oh, the Australian dollars in that bitch. The Australian dollar number 5. Word. Oh, Australia bond. Australian dollar. 5. What the fuck is after that? Canadian dollar. Swiss franc. Canadian. 6, 7. Swiss franc. The Chinese the yuan, so that ain't even 8 CNH China. Number 9, HKD, Hong Kong dollar. Damn, China mad as fuck. Oh, no wonder they on bullshit. Number 9, Hong Kong dollar. Oh, they ain't even in the top 10. New Zealand dollar. China is bugging. They like, bitch, we ain't in the top 10 currencies. Oh, wait. New Zealand dollar. Oh, China. That's why China trying to put the tech and all this shit in the build-outs. That's why China got beef. The Chinese yuan ain't even in the top $10 trading on the Forex. So I wonder, can you even trade the Chinese yuan in micro mini Forex futures? That's interesting. They're not in the top 10. AI meta Google search. That's why you gotta love Google. They instantly gave me what was my next search gonna be. The next top 5, top 4. Well, I asked for the top 4. What's the next after that? The top 10. You only want to trade in the top, probably the top. You can probably make money in the top 10. You probably make the most money and most movement in the top 5, 6. And then you got to know world markets, emerging markets, and you want to understand it's another way to move around this shit. Forex futures. Now, I be looking for the simplest route to you. I be looking for the simplest route to get my foot in the door. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. At the same time, elevating and stimulating your brain, bro, and opening up that third eye. You know what I'm saying? Actually, your crown chakra, cause this just the crown chakra is what you really want. You really want all your chakras operating in harmony, and that higher sense is the ability to be able to multitask on a higher level. So for me to be able to maintain my buy and hold stock portfolio, to not panic when the market goes down, to be able to make those adjustments to hedge myself against my primary portfolio going down, to manage my stock options contracts, to be able to utilize my strategy that I implemented to take advantage of the current trend, and then prepare myself to already be in position to make money when the inevitable reversal comes, because what goes up must come down, and what comes down has no choice but to go back up or crash. You know what I mean? So what a lot of people try to want to make it into rocket scientists, to make it seem and appear to be too difficult and too brain busting for other people to feel like that they can even do this, and it just don't have to be that way. So I'm jumping into futures because I want to learn how to make money from it, trading dollars, because making money from trading currencies is shit. It's possible. You know what I mean? So I just, I know what my risks are, and some real shit. I'm gonna tell you something about Robinhood today. So I'm gonna tell you something about Robinhood, because I hear a lot of people, and I hear I've heard a lot of people that, people listen to them, as far as YouTubers, podcasters in the financial literacy realm, actually say that, Robinhood does not have, that Robinhood doesn't have a customer service that you can actually talk to. But that is not true. Robinhood actually wholly has a customer service branch, and you can talk to somebody on the phone. And obviously, for those who don't know, I trade on Robinhood, and I've been doing all right. I have my little gripes with Robinhood. I got some beef with Robinhood. You know what I mean? But overall, if I need to get somebody on the phone, I can get somebody on the phone. And today, when I placed my first ever futures contracts, the Forex futures contracts, the first thing I did, to get a telephone customer service person from Robinhood on the phone, first of all, you have to go into the app and start a live chat in the help section. Start a chat with the agent. And then if you need a live agent, I'll put a live agent in the chat. And you could just ask in the chat for a phone call off the top. And then they'll give you a option to chat with a live agent. You can go from the chat bot. And when you talk with the chat bot and tell them your problem, you can tell them, they'll give you an option to speak with a live agent or to get a phone call back. And you just select to get a phone call back. And Robinhood will call you back. And so I got a representative on the phone from Robinhood today. And I told him, I'd never traded futures, bro. So I always wanted to do the Forex. You know what I'm saying? I went over, I asked him questions about what my margin was and how to read the futures contracts, and how to put my stop losses and all of that. And he told me everything that I needed to know, and he said, I'm about to send you some information in your email. You know what I'm talking about, to help you along the way. So if there's anything else you need to know as far as pertaining to the options, he said it's always better to have the information. You know what I mean? So if you need to utilize it as opposed to not having it, he said it'll always help you, you know what I'm saying, do better. So, we could go see. And what I say that to say that, I don't like the fact that Robinhood, when I initially started trading a year ago on Robinhood, they had some of the technicals that right in the graph that they don't have now, like moving averages, 10, 20-day moving averages, like like technicals, technical analysis tools that I actually use, 200-day moving averages, RSI, so they can see when you clicking on shit and when you using shit. And so, the fact that I was utilizing it and making money, it was just like, come on, man. Like, y'all took the technical analysis out of there. See, he told you. He did exactly what he said after I talked to him on the phone too. He sent me information on how to invest in futures. This is Kevin with Robinhood's Derivative Team. I thank you for allowing me to help you with your questions through our recent conversation. As promised, here are some articles that you can leverage when it comes to investing with futures. So Robinhood do what they say, man, and they do have great customer service, but I do question they loyalty to the retail investor. They objective at the end of the day, even as a broker, providing a platform for us to be able to make money out the market is to make money also as a broker out the market. And so when you take out the 20-day moving average and the 200-day moving average and the, you know what I'm saying, 50-day moving average, and I can't look right inside the chart graph and click on the RSI and it come down like it initially did when I first started trading and started smacking and making money. And all of a sudden now you've removed these tools. It's like you see that I'm utilizing them making money. If you remove them, some people may not pay attention to some things, but I'm like, okay, so you removing indicators that's helping me make money is mean that you trying to, you know what I mean, decrease my chances of being able to do what I do. You working against me. You supposed to be adding more. You supposed to be putting more indicators and giving me more technical tools to be able to break down and understand what's going on. I trade on a lot of different platforms though. I got more. I got, what's crazy is I have other portfolios. I don't mention them and I don't tell what platforms I have other accounts on because it be a lot of people that's be hating in the world that be trying to be in a motherfucker business. This is just the portfolio that I'm trying to grow to $1 million in everybody's face. I got other portfolios in crypto. And we gotta learn how to trade futures. And if I could trade Forex futures and futures, it's no need for me to trade Forex and wonder about Forex brokers trying to mess around and play with the spreads, which is another thing with these brokers like Robinhood and other brokers playing with the spreads. They spreads not gonna be like Charles Schwab spreads and TD Ameritrade, which is now Charles Schwab anyway, Merrill Lynch or so understand this whole new world of investing and the different platforms and the different ways that you can invest. My other way to make money on the back end is to just own the shares of their shit too, and always get them at the low and make money. Sell them at the high. You feel me? So I you know what I mean. I try to. I'm educated. I went to school. I went to school and I'm just trying to do what I do, bro. No, the market is gonna recover. It's some madness going on. It is, but it's on, at the end of the day, all be all right. It's all be all right. And I see that. I see that. You know. We went down almost 15% today. And I need to, you know what I'm saying, we'll recoup that. We'll recoup that. As the market closed over the weekend, it can't do me no damage. And come back Monday with a roaring ass, I feel like that's how it's going to go. Fibonacci's, indicators. You know what I mean? The market just not closing, so it closed at 8:15. You know, you can buy and sell U.S. stocks up to 8:15. So the real market really just closed. Now it's getting interesting because the VIX closed at 35.14. Shit. And that means tomorrow is a day that is like could be a super blessed day with the put smacking in the money on the expiration date of the contracts, and other contracts all swung out according to my Iron Vice trading strategies. I was set to win. And this is what I say, understand when to be still and not be trying to do shit, and don't be trying to just don't go against the market. I see that the market was declining. I'm like, I'm about to get hit for some losses. I gotta sell about some shit. I want to hold this shit because I know it's going to go back up. I got a hedge against that going down to make sure I'm covered, to stay ahead of this shit. They drove even the foreign markets down. They savages trying to drive the foreign markets down, try to still push them off because the foreign markets was all up the last time. All the U.S. markets was down. I'm going to look into oil. I own oil and trade oil. It only makes sense to do oil futures, bro. And read the Fibonacci. You're right. Shit. You're right. You are right, Coco. When? You're talking about that old oil spill or some recent shit? You talking about that oil spill from back in the day or some recent shit? Because I ain't heard about no recent oil spill. Bro, you got to make me go Google some shit. I'm about to get off this joint, man, and trade these futures, man. First day trading futures, man. It's a new adventure. It's a new adventure for me. So I'll let y'all know. Obviously, you know, I'm gonna keep y'all informed on how it go. I'm watching the levels, and I got my stop set and everything, and you know, now that I know the top 4 reserve currencies of the world, it's a whole interesting outlook on what's going on in the world and what's going to take place over the next 3 years. This is Trump's first year. He's still going to be president for 4 years, and so, you know, 2028. Man, I should be a millionaire plus. God willing. I didn't do something right if I'm not a millionaire by 2028. I can tell you that. So God willing that we can live righteous and, you know, I can become better with how I respond to people and my attitude and all that, bro, and not let people just agitate me so swiftly and keep that calm demeanor that nobody can really tell what's really going on in my mind. You feel me? It's time to grow and elevate, bro. One love, man. Trade these futures, man. These Forex futures, man.